I know my chance with her is blown, but my mouth gets carried away. I'm tongue-tied, 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 tongue-tied. I get tongue-tied.
It's the end of the holidays, and I've touched on a few guys in this show today whereby, their women are coming either back into town or, it's post New Year's. And so there might have been some of you out there who were dating in early December, and then the holidays came and you're like, I did a whole video about how to text and talk to women during the holidays when they're probably out of town doing stuff or whatever. But now women are getting back into town. And there are a lot of guys that get into the situation, right? Where let's say you were texting a woman before the holidays and now the holidays are over and you're sitting there like, okay, great. I know she's getting back in town. And she said when she gets back in town, she'll text me. And you're sitting there and it is now January 8th and she has not texted you. She's not called you. And you're wondering what's going on. Why isn't she texting me? She said she would text me. Why isn't she doing that? All right. And here's another reality that you as a man have to understand is that regardless of what a woman says about hitting you up to try to reconnect or go on a date, the majority of women are still going to expect you to reach out to them to ask them out. It's the feminine nature to expect the man to do the masculine thing of talking to her and asking her out and her to sit there and wait for that to be incoming. All right. So you might have very well-meaning women that when they went out of town said, hey, I'll hit you up when I'm back in town. And to be fair, the ones that actually hit you up, those are the ones that have a high interest. Pursue those, all right? But there's a good portion of women that could have like 70 to 80% of interest in you that really do want to go out with you again, but just their programming is such that they're going to wait for the guy to hit them up. And so this is where I get into the thing of it's ultimately going to be your job to reach out. If you think that she's lost interest, if you think she's been back for a week and she hasn't let me know, blah, 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 I always tell you guys, you give a woman 2 times to reject you before you just blow her off completely altogether, right? So let's say before the holiday, she said, hey, when I get back in town, I'm going to hit you up, right? She's back in town. It's day 8. She hasn't hit you up. Let it slide. Don't harass her. Hey, I thought you said when you got back in town, you were going to hit me up and blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. No. Just simply hit her up. Hey, Happy New Year. Wanted to see if you were in town for a meetup this week. I'm free Tuesday or Thursday. Let me know which day works for you. Boom. You just go right back into asking her out and seeing what she says. Now, woman that has high interest, gonna hit you up. Hey, Happy New Year. Sorry, I forgot to hit you back up. Yes, I'd love to meet up. I'm cool on this day. Woman that's a little less interested now after the holidays. Oh, hey, my holiday was great. I can't meet you up on this day, but maybe this other day. Woman that's got very low interest or no interest at this point. Oh, happy holidays. Glad to hear from you. Hope all's well. Won't even mention that you mentioned the date. At that point, oh, crap. I'm probably in deep crap or whatever. Even then, wait a week. Ask her one more time. Because here's this. We want you to be so assured that she either does or doesn't want to go out that it's undeniable. And so, but I also don't want you endlessly trying to ask women out like, hey, can we go out? Oh, I can't make it. Hey, can we go out? Oh, I'm busy. Hey, can we go out? No, twice. 2 times is more than enough to let you know where she stands with you. So you ask her out, she doesn't respond, or she says, hey, this, whatever, fine. Ask her out one more time after that. If she doesn't respond or she says, oh, yeah, I'm still busy, blah, 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 get rid of her number. Or don't do that. Just know that it is what it is and start moving on to other people. But don't try to hit her up. Well, I know you didn't hit me up after this and you said no to my date, so this means blah, 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 blah. No, just let it go. It is what it is. If she happens to hit you up in the future, fantastic. But don't bank on her now being the end-all, be-all for your relationship journey. Move on to somebody else. And this goes back to my whole thing of like being not so attached to outcomes. After the holiday, it can be very hard to start up a relationship that was, in theory, building up before the holidays happened, all right? And so that's just a reality of dating post-holidays. And so as you start to have more options, as you start to like exercise more of those options, maybe you're on dating apps, maybe you're meeting people in person, but as you have more options, you'll find that if a woman doesn't get back to you right away, it's fine. You got other ones to talk to, but I want you to get so strong and secure in yourself that even if you don't have a bunch of other options, your thoughts always, well, at the end of the day, she's going to choose who she wants to choose, just like I'm going to choose who I want to choose. If she doesn't choose me, fine, there's others out there. And as long as you're able to build up to that feeling tone, then you won't ever be so worried about this one girl that you're dating suddenly going flaky on you because you're like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I teach a lot about that also in the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy, about being able to just let go, to be able to recognize that you as you are right now is probably good enough for somebody else out there. But that said, you could always be working and improving. And when you have downtime, read up, study up on how to have better conversations, read up on, really go back and like maybe the things you could have done a little bit better throughout your conversation, whether it's less texting or having better dates or having better rapport, whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, you're good enough for somebody right now. And if this person decided that you're not their person, there are 4 billion other women on this planet. You can find another woman. It is possible. But ideally, when you do find them, you have the skill set to be able to keep them, and you have built up enough confidence in yourself to know that you are good enough for the situation. If you don't feel that now, I was like that once. So I created a whole membership academy because I want you guys to be more confident now than I was back then when I first started dating. All right.
Thanks for listening to the Introvert Dating Success Podcast. Visit us at introvertdatingsuccess.com for more great tips on attracting women using your natural introvert charm. Oh, yeah.